This report yesterday came out from Felix Diaz knew Trent Alexander Arnold's decision was made a long time ago and nothing will change his mind. His commitment to Real Madrid is confirmed. I think ever since the summer, knowing that Trent was going to go into his last year of his contract, it only meant one thing. His move to Real Madrid. And obviously I'm somewhat in a perfect position to be able to talk about this because, I mean, we were through it for a very long time regarding Kylian Mbappe, and the both times he was close to leaving and left was when he was a free agent. First of all, I have my disturbances about this just, in football in general. Second of all, obviously, the Trent case regarding to the Kylian Mbappe case. Especially Trent because, he came from the Liverpool Academy. So it's even worse than Kylian Mbappe. Like, if I was a Liverpool fan, I don't know how I would feel about Trent, leaving the club for free, just like that, to Real Madrid. I think it's very disgusting, especially leaving on a free. I don't know, like, it's... sometimes some stuff are so bad, like, you have nothing really to say because it's just so bad. Everything is just so bad. But leaving for free, and this is a Madrid thing, man. Madrid are such a disgusting club, man. Like, Madrid, obviously looking at the overall revenue, Madrid have the highest revenue. They had over $1 billion of revenue. The first club ever to do that. Obviously, we know Madrid have their broke problems. A lot of that money is gone to wages. They have, I think, the second highest wages in the world, or third or something. Then they got to pay back the loan for the new stadium and everything. So they don't have that much money when it comes to transfers. And then Perez is very cheap as well. Because of the previous mistakes he's done when putting in a lot of money, like a 70 for Jovic or a 120 for Eden Hazard. But yeah, this is Madrid's strategy. They always go at the player when he has a low contract, and I think this is something that's going to become more in football. I think Chelsea, I don't know, Chelsea like doing the opposite, the longer contracts. I'm feeling in the future there will be more short-term contracts, and football will move similarly more into the NBA model, where it's more like free agents, free transfers. It's not really a transfer fee, it's more just paying the wages, paying that contract. If you want to get someone, you got to pay his contract because of how much players make nowadays, usually than before. But going back to the Trent case, I mean, this is someone who got a huge opportunity when Nathaniel Klein got that injury, stayed at Liverpool, reached all-time greatness with Liverpool as a Liverpool legend and everything, and then just leaves the club like this, completely soulless. And this is another thing, like, loyalty is completely ruined. Back in the day, you had so many loyal players, even someone like Matt Letizia, who, whenever I watch him or see people talk about him, I mean, he was insane for his time. He was insane at his time. But he still stayed at Southampton because he just wanted to be loyal. He just wanted to stay there. This is something that's, is ruined. It's ruined in football. Similarly to how LeBron James started it in basketball. He started this move club and everything. I think Ronaldo probably started this because he was like peak of his powers at United and just decided to leave Real Madrid. And as you can see, it's always Real Madrid at the other end. They just have some insane pull. Obviously, these players, when they were growing up, they probably saw great players playing for Real Madrid, great legends, obviously still great players playing there. They want to play alongside them, but yeah, it's a disgusting move from Trent, and I hope that all Liverpool fans are honest about this move and their thoughts about it. Obviously, with the Mbappe transfer as well, we saw a lot of people that were, there's still a lot of PSG fans who feel nothing against it. Kylian Mbappe can just leave for free, flirting with Real Madrid the entire time. Because there's a difference, in my opinion, between leaving a club and then leaving in this way. Like, how you leave a club is very big. It's very big. Even though Barca fans hate on how Neymar left the club, because even that was more of a disgusting way, like release clause. Obviously, Barca were never going to sell him. But this, they got 222 million. Having a player of Trent who's done everything for the club and everything, get absolutely zero for him, not even a transfer fee, absolutely nothing. I mean, it also speaks of the Liverpool owners, because that's another major difference between the Mbappe and Trent saga, is that Paris Saint-Germain offered Mbappe the entire world, even more than the entire world. Whilst Trent, I don't know really how much Liverpool offered him. So maybe the Liverpool board and like Liverpool fans' hatred could go towards the board because of their incompetence and cheapness as well. I mean, we know who their owner is. I don't have to say more about that. Um, but yeah, first of all, I think just sportingly as well, this is a very bad move for Real Madrid. I think Trent is a talented player, but Trent, because of the flaws he has in his game, he is great upwards, but he also has a great downward. And you got to compensate the team a bit for him having very defensive midfield, and having a right winger that can do a lot of by himself, and then having a right-sided centre back that would constantly be covering for him as well. I don't know. I said I see this Mbappe Madrid time being more of a failure towards Real Madrid, especially if you compare it to the recent past, I don't know, 8 seasons. And I think Trent is going to be part of that failure, both as a person and as a football player. I mean, I hate these kinds of transfers. Probably Dortmund fans should feel the same, because there's probably still not a lot of Dortmund fans that feel like that. But Robert Lewandowski just left to their rivals absolutely for free. I don't understand how this can keep on happening. But as I said, I'm predicting this is something that will happen even more in the future. Football players will extend and go to clubs for even shorter contracts, basically using them as stepping stones. Yeah, I just think this is a horrendous transfer. And yeah, I hope this fails somehow. Because yeah, I don't like when football players do this. It's very disrespectful, very dishonest, especially when it ties into the performances they put on the pitch as well. I mean, I've seen some Liverpool fans question Trent's performances and commitment to Liverpool, similarly to how we saw Kylian Mbappe show zero commitment especially those, like, generally just those last 2 years, even games before, he just showed zero commitment. And that's another direction football is heading into, just sports and overall, because there's so much money into play. These people are not playing. Obviously, at the end of the day, this is your job. This is your way to make money. But you play football for its passion. But a lot of these players just play for the paycheck nowadays. I mean, Kylian Mbappe is the best example of that, especially ever since it's extended. Like, every time I see on the pitch, he's just a politician. He's just a celebrity playing. He's just there for, yeah, the money that he can possibly earn. He's not there for the passion of the sport. And we've seen it also in the NBA. I think a great example is Orton something. He was playing with the Kevin Durant, Devin Booker team. Then obviously went to another team, and he said, "Yeah, I'm done for life." Basically, just showing he has absolutely zero passion. He's just playing for the money. As I've said, obviously, money is a huge importance. The passion has always to come first, because this is a sport. For you to play your best, for people to see that you're playing your best, for people to enjoy you, for all of that, you got to play for passion. But these people just play for money, and it's genuinely just disgusting. Obviously, it takes a lot of power away from the footballing institutions. And the footballing institutions are not victims. No, they're probably even more disgusting than these players. But I just think this is a wrong direction we're going in football. More player empowerment, basically more money into football. And yeah, it's just going to continue to go downhill, especially with the Super. I mean, I'm still for the Super League. It's just who is pushing for it is these American Zionist owners putting in a lot of money and just making the sport even more about money. But to summarize this Trent departure to Real Madrid, yeah, I mean, I don't like it. I would never like it. And I hope Liverpool fans are honest. Like, because I will give you this simple example, because they say, "Oh my God, he's done so much for the club." The ending is so important. If you have a girlfriend for, I don't know how Trent has been at Liverpool, 7-8 years. If you have a loyal, great girlfriend for 8 years, but then she cheats on you, will you have a good memory of her? Do you want the best for her? Absolutely no, because the last action shows the true intentions. It shows, what that person stands for. So, no, the ending is huge. It's crucial. It's way more crucial than what happens inside of the relationship, or maybe even in the beginning. The end is way more important. Even in a movie, if you're watching a movie, the end is way more important, way more prioritized than the center. And definitely the beginning. So yeah, those are my thoughts about this transfer. Let me know what your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. That's been it from Boy PS Gent. And as always, allez, allez, allez Paris.